I don't think there's any chance that President Trump's going to back off his tariffs. This is the reordering of global trade, right? That's what's going to happen. But the world should stop exploiting the United States of America. Let our farmers sell their products. Let our ranchers sell their products. They won't take lobster in Europe or the UK. I mean, why won't they take American lobster?
Now. They do. They didn't for a while, but now they do.
They don't, because Downing Street said they're going to start with, they changed their trade policy, they're going to start having lobster dinners in Downing Street.
All right.
So that's what they told me. So the point is, let's let American workers succeed and prosper. Let's build factories in America. Let's let us export to the world. You can't really fight with the United States. We are the customer of the world.
Let me just follow up with you. And by the way, in August 2020, the EU did agree to eliminate tariffs on fresh and frozen American lobsters. Just quick fact check there. But hold on. No.
It's not tariffs. It's non-tariff trade barriers.
I understand what you're saying there.
Come on, remember, they wouldn't Korea wouldn't let French fries come in.
Secretary, I understand. Let me just follow up, because I want to just be very clear here, because allies and adversaries alike are looking at everything you're saying right now about whether there's room to negotiate on these tariffs before they announce what they're going to do. What I hear from you is that there isn't room for negotiation. Is that right? You said that the president won't back off.
What I said very clearly, the president is not going to back off.
So he's not going to back off on what he announced yesterday.
He is not going to back off. He is not backing off.
Nothing could change that.
But countries can fix their tariffs, their non-tariff trade barriers, which are much, much rougher. That's right. The story I was trying to tell you is that when we took cars from Korea in 2012, when I grew up, there was no Korean cars in America. When we took cars from Korea, the deal was we could sell ag to Korea. That was the deal. They wouldn't let McDonald's bring in French fries because they couldn't prove the origin of the French fry. That is not a tariff. That is called a non-tariff trade barrier. They take their taxes and they subsidize their steel industry, or they subsidize their energy, or they give the tax back to their car manufacturer. Right. This stuff has got to stop. America's got to stop being exploited, and you're going to see America prosper. And then, and only then, will Donald Trump make a deal with each country when they've really, really changed their ways. Then
so it sounds like he might back off down the road, but
not right now. That's not back off, and that's not back off. That is let the deal maker make his deals when and only if these countries can change everything about themselves, which I doubt they will. Because
so he is willing to negotiate then? So he is willing to negotiate with these countries right now? Or if they decide to
no talking, doing. These countries have abused us and exploited us, as he said yesterday. They need to change their ways.
Let me follow up with you.
Let's see them change their ways. It's going to be a long time. Let's see what they do. Not talking. Okay. Talking is nonsense.
Let me follow up, because Germany's economic minister says President Trump will, quote, buckle under pressure if Europe hits back. Given the president's history of making threats and then backing off, why should foreign leaders think he'll stand firm this time?
Donald Trump is going to stand firm because he is reordering global trade. Make no mistake about it, America has been exploited, and he is done allowing America to be exploited. And no amount of the exploiters trying to swing harder at us after they've exploited us for all these years is going to change Donald Trump's view. What they can do is they can stop exploiting us. How about try that? And the arrogance of saying, I've taken advantage of you for decades, and not only saying, I understand that you're fixing it, I'm disappointed that the gig is up and I can't take advantage of you anymore, right? And I'm disappointed. Instead, if you're angry and you fight back to the greatest customer in the world, you're going to lose. We are the sumo wrestler of this world. We are the biggest economy, the biggest customer. Okay. You can't fight back against your customer.
Very quickly, the dollar is weakening. Is that part of the strategy here? As you know, some economists say that is what the administration is trying to do here, weaken the dollar.
Donald Trump called out currency manipulation. Technically, right, you would think the dollar would rally on this kind of thing. But why is it falling? Because Donald Trump said, stop manipulating your currency.
Are you happy?
Well, if the world stops manipulating the currency, right, then the dollar gets cheaper. Our ability to export is better. It's easier. Our people.
So this is part of the strategy.
Well, stop manipulating, right? The dollar was just bolstered up by these economies because they were faking it. It's got to stop. We need to be treated fairly. Thank God we've got Donald Trump in the White House. He's finally going to treat America fairly. He's going to finally treat American workers fairly. This is the biggest change you're ever going to see because you have the right guy in the White House doing the right things, protecting American workers.
So it is true. It's a strategy to weaken the dollar.
It's not a strategy to weaken the dollar.
But it's part of the plan. It's part of the plan.
It is not a plan. We don't have a plan about the dollar. We have a plan about American workers. We have a plan about American factories. And these are all outcomes of stop you manipulating our currency. Stop it. Okay. And if that means the dollar goes back to where it should be because you've stopped manipulating it, it makes sense to me.